Chelsea actually failed to win their game and also fail the fans. The only thing the fans are asking for to get a Champions League win, to get a Champions League position, but drawing and losing against Bournemouth and also Nottingham Forest is not the way to go. Actually, not the way to go at all. So Chelsea draw, Manchester United fall at home, and Arsenal won their game against Everton, and they are buzzing. And I think they are the only team that could probably be fighting against City on the top spot. Chelsea game today, it wasn't something looking beautiful at all. It wasn't actually good at all for any Chelsea fan. I think they were playing safe to be safe. They didn't want to do anything to lose the game. That's how I saw the game. Were you able to see anything different from like
Chelsea.
yeah, Chelsea game?
Oh no, I Chelsea fans are going to hate me for this, and I keep saying this,
No,
and
they don't hate
you
you
know,
because they are already annoyed. Every fan is angry.
I know they are angry, but I watched Chelsea today, and it's like watching a championship team, running all over the place. Uh, the cohesion was not there, and not knowing actually what to do with the ball.
Yeah.
But I think it's a work in process. I think looking at Chelsea and the United team, I think Chelsea, the boys at least know their positioning on the field of play. I think they are gradually buying into the idea of the coach. And you could also see that what the coach is trying to introduce to the boys is clear, but just that they don't have the strength and the power to carry what the coach wants onto the field, or I should say, the cohesion. But looking at overall, watching them today, I saw that they know what they are doing, but they don't have the strength and the power to do what the coach wants them to do. You understand? That is what I'm saying. At the start of the season, I think they played 1, 2 matches, and a lot of people were saying, I see Chelsea challenging for this, and I see Chelsea challenging for this. And I keep saying one thing no, they are coming together as a group. They are trying to know themselves better. The players are trying to spot the runs of others well and how others can handle the ball better. They are also trying to buy into the idea of the coach. I think the coach has a clear philosophy. So they are
Yeah.
trying to buy into the idea of the coach. That is going to take some time. And I think gradually he will take some players out, bring some players in, and position some players on the field so well, to keep delivering. But for now, I don't see Chelsea challenging anything than what they are doing. Top four, probably, maybe, or not. But I don't see Chelsea to be that bad. I think the boys are trying to what I see is they understand what the coach is trying to impact, and they can deliver. But as to 800% fullness, we are yet to see that. And what I saw today against Bournemouth is like anytime a team is defending, they have more players, defending. That is where the problem comes for Chelsea. They don't know where to create chances. They don't know what to do to be able to put the ball at the back of the net and so forth and so forth. But the identity of Chelsea for now, people may say, oh, it's not clear and all that. It's clear. They understand what the coach is trying to introduce to them. They know, I think, what they need to do on the field of play. But the main problem is the players are getting to know each other better, and they are also looking for the strength and the power to carry on the load that the coach want to impact onto them. I think this is the problem, but I don't think Chelsea is that bad. It's a new team. The cohesion is not there. They are trying to find their rhythm, but they do understand the clear tactics of the coach and what the coach want to do. I think this is it. So I think I'm going to urge all Chelsea fans to give Chelsea some time. And just as Kay said, he's more afraid of Chelsea than Arsenal. Let's see to that.
But some people might also be saying, oh, because there's a lot of injuries in the team, there's a lot of because about 9 players, and Pochettino made it clear that this team actually like he was going into the game with 12 to 15 players. But I don't think it's an excuse. Do you think like this is an excuse?
Uh, it could be an excuse because of maybe what he has seen. Maybe he's saying that he's because he sees that some players like Nkunku can carry his style of play better. Maybe that is why
Mhm.
he's saying that. And now Nkunku is also not in the team, so maybe that is why he's saying that. But with football and what I see the game, I see it to be different. Even if all those boys, the Nkunku and the rest, comes back to the team, they have to start from somewhere because they are learning from each other. They need to get
Yeah,
the team, the cohesion of the team to work. But I say that the coach has a clear identity. He knows what he's doing, and he's trying to let the boys do that. But now, gradually, they want to find their rhythm. They want to understand each other and then play. I don't think they have. Their problem is not. I will not say it's huge. I will only base that on the fact that Chelsea, all the boys are new. You know, they are trying to learn from
yeah,
each other, understand the movements of each other proper, and then know how. I was watching this guy again today, Mikhailo Modric, and
yeah, yeah.
Modric's style of play is always let him run for the ball. You understand? But the Chelsea players place the balls to his feet. Now, when he takes the ball, he has to, find his way against 2 or 3 players. That is not his style of play. His style of play is he want to get the pace, the space, and run into, chase the ball, or maybe run with the ball and do something. But they are now teaching him what to do. Just as Pochettino said after the game, he said he is learning and gradually understanding the game in England
Again,
better. So we should give him some time, and I think we should give the coach some time. Coach probably, I know Pochettino is going to get enough time to do what he want to do. You know, so yeah, I think Chelsea fans should just calm down and know that their team is in is in process, and they should just trust the process and wait. But for now, thinking of challenging for the title and so on, no, I don't see that.
but do you think Chelsea is asking too much? Because we just need a position in the Champions League. And looking at how we are losing again, we lost against what was it, Nottingham Forest, and also drawing against Bournemouth. I don't think losing with these games will probably send Chelsea to any place. And do you think like as good?
Yes,
Mhm.
you are right. It's hard to take drawing against a team like Bournemouth and losing against Nottingham Forest and all that. Not to forget that I think Nottingham Forest came to the Emirates and took a point from Arsenal. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know. Yeah, so don't forget that. So I will say again that I think they need the boys to know each other better, come together as a team, and create that cohesion. That is all they need. You cannot just tell them to kick off and play like they know themselves from last 2 years or last 3 years. It's never gonna happen. You understand? So I think the Chelsea fans should just give their boys some time and the coach as well. They should understand that there has been a change of an era. The Abramovich era is gone. There comes Todd Bowley. I don't think he understands football so much, but he's trying to do his best by investing and doing what all the businessmen do. Maybe he's trying to copy
but
Etihad, but it comes with time, good coaching, knowing the right players, buying the right players at the right time to fill the spaces. And I think that is what Pochettino is trying to do. And with time, Pochettino will come to understand that, oh, okay, now I need this kind of a player. to push us forward. I need this kind of a player to push us forward. This kind of a player that we brought in with his qualities isn't going to help my team. We have to let him go. We have to let him leave. So I think gradually Pochettino will cut down the team. He will create a proper team, a proper challenging team, and know the areas that he needs to be filled. And then he goes to the market and bring players in to fill that spaces and compete. So for now, what Pochettino is trying to do is, just as I keep saying, telling you guys, he's trying to get the best out of the boys. He's pushing everyone to his best to understand his rhythm, to understand his style, and then deliver. But now the boys don't have the power, the boys don't have the strength, the understanding, and most of them are now adapting to the Premier League. You understand where they came from?
Yeah, I get.
If you run with the ball, maybe a player might not chase you. But here in the Premiership, if you run with the ball, two, three players are chasing you down. So you have to get different qualities to be able to, beat these players. With time, I think they will understand, and then they will learn proper. And with the likes of Jackson's, they will come into the game and everything will be okay. I don't think Chelsea have a problem. They are rebuilding a team. So they need to understand and be patient. Yeah.
Chelsea need to understand and be patient. Well, let's
Yeah.
see how this is gonna work out because for me today I just see a different scenario of a game. I wasn't very happy with it as well. But then let's see what is going to happen. Let's see how things are really going to happen. But it actually reminds me of your game today, Arsenal Everton. Arsenal going away. You were very worried today. Very. And I told you, no, but the momentum Arsenal is having could actually win the game for them. And at the end of the day, single goals differentiating both sides. Like, what
Yeah.
is Arsenal like? Like, what do they need to do
Uh,
to impress you again in games of this nature?
you know, you know, off camera, I told you games of this nature, Arsenal do not have to impress. They just have to go, do their thing, and let's see if we are able to see out the game because we've played Everton away 12 or 13 consecutive times, and I think we've drawn one or two or so, and then we've lost the rest. And I think the last coach that we had at Everton was Arsene Wenger. It's not an easy task. So with the boys coming to the Goodison Park, their memory, their mind, their mental is already damaged with such history. So kudos to the boys. They held on. They were not rushing with their passes because they were very alert of what Everton can do to their defense. So they were not pushing high. They were just holding play, playing the ball passes within themselves and waiting for Everton to commit. You know, the same way Everton wanted us to make a mistake for them to capitalize on it and maybe score a goal or something, and then the game is already gone. But I think one thing about us right now is when you look at the team, I keep telling you that Arsenal now is not playing at its best. We are not playing the best football. We are not at the best. This is what I was saying. But the good thing is we are getting the results. You understand? And that is what I like about the team. Ateta is trying to put so many things together at the same time, trying to formulate
At the
and
same
find
time.
different tactics that can help break down openings, like Everton, for instance. So sometimes it shakes the team a little bit. But the good thing is we keep winning. We keep winning. Apart from the game we drew at home to Nottingham Forest, we keep winning, even though we are not playing so good. But we keep winning. And
I,
I'm so proud of the. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say like a winning team, you don't need to play better before you win a game. The most important thing is go in and get the maximum 3 points. And clearly, that's what Chelsea is lacking. And Ateta have been able to do it today. And I don't know. Like I keep on saying, Chelsea needs more and more time. But then the time that we don't have, that's the problem. And Ateta actually going to Everton and getting that 3 points is going to he's going to improve the players, and the players will be so massive. For sometimes it's not about just going in to put out there, but the mentality and the togetherness is actually making Arsenal win games than even playing a beautiful game. Who cares when how many beautiful games that Mourinho was playing? But then he has been a world class coach, and he has been winning trophies, and that's the most important thing. And clearly, when Pochettino was coming in, he made it clear that he's not here to build on or do anything. He knows all what Chelsea is all about, but Arteta understand it better than him, because I don't get it. Spending over
No, no,
400 million.
no. Pochettino understands the Premier League game more than Arteta. I don't know what to say, but I think Arteta tactically has got something which most of the coach hasn't got for now, you know,
Mhm.
and it's not because of what he's doing now. You can see the beginning of Arteta, how he was struggling, how he had to send some players out, bring some players in, rebuild the squad, be like the kind of no nonsense coaches, you know, like he took Aubameyang out of the game at that time, our top goal scorer, our captain of the side. Everybody was shouting, "Why would you have to take Aubameyang out and all that?" You know, but he took Aubameyang out of the game, out of the squad. You know, he sold him. You know, Guendouzi, one of Arsenal's young prospects, was also
Yeah, yeah,
part of the squad that he was bringing out. A very good player. Ateta looked at him and he said, "No, this is not the kind of player that I want." He sent me out. Gradually, he brought in the kind of player that he wants and the kind of player that will understand his game. You understand? And they've been together for I think 2 years, getting to 3 years now. He brought Odegaard on loan. People were shouting, "He's not good enough." I was among of those that criticized Ateta for bringing Odegaard, a young boy, to be the number 10, to play number 10 role for Arsenal, a team that want to challenge Manchester City for the title. You know, but then with time, we brought into his idea and understood what he wanted to do. You understand? So you cannot compare Chelsea right now to Arteta or Arteta's Arsenal to Pochettino's Chelsea right now. It's a different thing altogether. And even when you see now, you can see that the team Arteta has is matured in such a way that even when they are not playing well, they are able to get draw or even to win. They have the winning mentality and they believe in themselves right now that they know they can beat any other team, you know, so they can hold on to the ball proper. They play a couple of passes, very patient. They watch their back as well. Ateta brought in Raya today, and people were shouting, "Why will Ateta bring Raya in
yeah.
place of Ramsdale?" Blah 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 blah. And the meaning and the tactical change was simple because Raya is good in the air, and Ramsdale is not that good in the air. Raya can hold on to play proper than Ramsdale. You understand? So the main
Yeah.
reason Arteta brought Raya in place of Ramsdale was air balls, and knowing so well that Everton they want to capitalize on a mistake. You understand?
Mhm.
Like those yes, he brought in Raya and he dealt with it brilliantly. He goes into the air and brings the ball down with no mistakes. What Ramsdale is a little bit shaky anytime he goes to the air. That is why he brought in Raya, a very good replacement, tactically on point and everything, you know. And we saw the changes that happened. Martinelli was on the field, he scored. They ruled it out. VAR said offside, and then the changes he made, he brought on Trossard, he scored a goal. So the boys understands what the coach is trying to tell them. They go to the foot, and the thing is clear. And even when you look at the goal that Arsenal scored, we scored. The corner kick is something direct from training grounds. You know, they kept playing the ball, long balls. Everton kept taking them. So after that match, they asked Trossard about it, and they said, and Trossard said, we were told, our coach told us that these boys are very good in the air, so the ball should be down. Even our corner kicks, we should play them very short. This is what is happening. He knows what to do to beat the opponent. Do you understand me? And right now, I think Arsenal, they are playing very good football, and
Yeah,
every other person in the team understands the coach. The new signings as well. Rice is playing one of his best footballs right now in Arsenal. And when you ask Rice, it's because of Arteta. He's telling him what to do, and he understands the game now proper than he used to. So please, I would say Chelsea fans. I'm not a Chelsea fan. People may bash me for this, but I think you need to give Pochettino and the boys some time. Yeah, this is what
okay.
I would say.
So, but do you think
Because
we
you
can
can't compare.
qualify for Champions League?
Uh, yes, of course, you can. I keep telling you what Tottenham is doing. We've seen it before. It's happened under their previous coaches. You know, with Mourinho, it happened. People even take them for winning the EPL. If you can remember when Mourinho came, and when this guy,
Yeah,
the coach
yeah,
from
I can remember.
Italy,
Yeah, yeah.
there's a coach from Italy. Oh, Conte, Antonio Conte.
Is it Manchi?
Yeah,
Oh, Conte. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. Yeah. Conte's Tottenham. At the beginning of the season when Conte came, they were better, excellent. People tip them. Hey, you should watch out for Tottenham when they win the league there. And I said, no, this is Premiership. So what the coach is doing, it's like Ten Hag coming to the Premiership and saying, Liverpool and Man City, oh, we've heard them and they have taken their time has now come to an end. And look at what is doing.
yeah.
They are still
It's
ruling. You
real.
understand? So what
And
Tottenham
and now
out
and now
will be there. So I think the next team to challenge for the top four, I think Chelsea, because of Pochettino factor. He knows the league better,
Liverpool is still
and with
there.
time.
Don't forget Liverpool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. City, Arsenal, we can still challenge for top four, no doubt about it.
Yeah, yeah,
Liverpool,
definitely.
and then the last spot comes to maybe Chelsea, Manchester United. Because trust me, Manchester United are going to come back. They are never going to be like this. It's a top club. And last season, they started
Yeah,
like this.
yeah,
They got to a point and then they picked up and then they started challenging for the top four and they were there in the top four. At a certain point, people said no, they were going to win the league because they picked the pace and they were coming with fire, winning games and all that because of the name Manchester United. So trust me, Manchester United are going to bounce back. They're going to come. They are going to challenge. Tottenham, they will keep doing what they are doing. But with the factor, their coach factor will let them commit one or two mistakes, which I don't think they are going to make it. I am not saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan and I hate them. No, it's because their coach is not experienced in the league that he's playing. But Pochettino, he
definitely.
knows what he's doing. He knows the league better. And with time, he will organize the players and then they can challenge for that top four. I think Europa League at least,
Uh,
not less.
well, let's see what is going to happen. United lost yesterday against Brighton. Kay will not be joining us because he said he has just gotten into a family discussion, so it might
Oh,
take longer than he expected. And
okay.
so this is the last this in the United game. Then we just spend about 24
I think
minutes.
most of you are sad because Chelsea drew, United lost, and then
Arsenal
maybe
win.
I'm the only strong man standing.
Yeah. You are the only strong man standing.
Though I'm still not happy. We are not playing the kind of football that we still want. Because the group has been together for like this is United's fourth season or fourth or fifth,
Yeah,
I think fourth season, and
yeah,
and and we should be doing better. We should take
yeah, definitely.
games to teams, and then we should be able to create questions that opponents cannot answer. You understand? So we are not
Yeah,
playing bad, but we are not creating that much, and that is what I'm not happy about because the team has been together for long, and for now, I think they should know what they are doing better, create more chances, pull separate, and even know that when you are down, by a goal to nil or two, come back and win the game. That's as City is. Manchester City is doing. You told me about City, West Ham, and how West Ham
yeah.
led, and I said just a word.
They
I
won't
said
survive
qualify.
it.
They can't see today.
Yeah,
They can. They can. So we are all challenging City, and let's hope things will be better. Manchester United are well. I'm
We
looking
don't.
at. I'm waiting for what you say. Okay.
For United, for me yesterday when I watched the game, probably it just showed clearly that Eric Ten Hag needs to admit he's the reason why United is not performing. He needs to admit that because yesterday within 20 minutes, they controlled the game. Let me just say approximately 15 minutes. They controlled the game. And they didn't control the game because of the diamond shape formation they were using. I think it was the fans factor and also like the noise and United and Old Trafford at the same time. So maybe Brighton was a little bit scared in that. But when they settled into the game, De Zerbi actually switch out the wide play from the defense, and United had a lot of issues playing. So for now, I think I'm not seeing United because of there's a big issue in United. I don't want us to discuss it a little because it's just left with 4 minutes to our time. So let me know your opinions. Then we'll just say bye to the listen because today we don't need to.
Uh, I think I keep saying I think Eric Ten Hag should sit up. Though the problems within Manchester United go far beyond him. There are things that he cannot handle. But then I come back to the field of play. The boys should understand his style of play and what kind of game that he want to play. At Arsenal, we saw that he wanted to play from the back. Onana takes the ball, he plays to, and then they lose the ball. You know. So I think this is his style of play. If this is your style of play, convey the style to the team proper. Let the team understand the kind of football that you want to play. You understand? Then you tackle the ball. You go with your problems. You tell them what you need. I want this, I need this, and I want this. You understand? And then everyone will know that, oh, it is not Ten Hag's fault. The fault is coming from maybe the Glazers not being able to invest, just as others always say. But one of Manchester United legends said something after the game, which is Gary Neville. He said Manchester United were beaten by a better team that knows, that has been well drilled and understand what they need to do on the field of play. It's as simple as that.
Definitely,
Regardless of
definitely.
what is going on uh, in Manchester United or at the club right now, to the Glazers not investing much money to the board and everything, being messed up. I think Ten Hag still has to do better. You have to convey your identity. We have to know the kind of football that you want to play. And I've watched Ten Hag is the last season. I've watched him this season. I still cannot see the kind of football that he wants to play. Does he want to go wide to the wingers? Does he want to play from the back and penetrate through the middle? Does he want to sit and counter attack teams? I don't know his style of play. You understand? So I think that side I'm going to bash him and a little bit that he should come clear with his identity and know that at least if even you are losing, we can see your identity. You can see the kind of football that you want to play. That is where I'm not in agreement with him. And I think he talks too much. He makes unnecessary comments about things that I think he should keep secret and work on it. Then again, I think he's losing the dressing room because he was not able to deal with the Jadon Sancho's idiot
Jadon Sancho.
problem so well. Yes, and I think some boys are with him, friends with him. He's an English boy as well. So I think he's losing the dressing room a little bit. And when that comes, I think it's very dangerous. I still don't think they are going to sack him though. They are going to give him some time. But I think Manchester United should see to the problems, especially starting from the dressing room. There are external factors regarding the transfers, regarding the Glazers, and all of that. But I think they should see to the immediate problems: the dressing room, their squad, the kind of tactics they want to play, and start working on it. Starting from Ten Hag, and should stop talking about always this player that our. He was asked after the game about Jadon Sancho, and he made a statement. He said, he is not. He said he cannot help as of now. What he's trying to say is now Jordan Sancho cannot solve the kind of problems that they have. This is unnecessary. This is what I say. It's unnecessary. You have to
It's
stick to
not
your plans.
necessary.
Yes, your tactics.
Absolutely.
Let the boys understand your kind of game, your kind of tactics that you want to play. And when a player misbehaves, you sit him out the team. People from outside, the media, the press, the players will understand you better. But from what you are doing and this thing happen, I know Manchester United fans have got blames, you know, on the Glazers and a lot of external factors. But I think Ten Hag, as I always say, have to sit up and deliver his philosophy and tactics to the boys proper, so that at least we can see, what he's trying to do. And then when the players understands you better and they get to the field, they can see that, oh, this is what you are trying to impact, or this is what you are trying to tell the boys to do on the field of play, but they are not getting the rhythm better. So with time, they will gel to it, and then they will play kind of football. But for now, I don't see that, and I'm sorry. I keep saying this. Ten Hag should do better.
Then how should do better, and we are almost the time almost elapsed, and I think we'll have to end here today. You are very happy because Arsenal got the 3 points. Your last words to
No,
the Arsenal fans.
no. If you say I'm very happy, then I always want more. We are not Chelsea. Chelsea, they made a mistake. They brought so many players, putting so many players out and that. So they understand that they have to start to rebuild. Though the coach said that he is not here to rebuild, but that is a lie. You can't keep all these players in the same team, not knowing what he has to start rebuilding. He has to know the boys better. He has to, introduce his style of play to the boys. They have to understand and gel together and play. You know, Manchester United are having their own problems, but I think we've gone past that phase of the game. You understand? We faced those problems beginning of Arteta's era, and I think everybody will understand me. We faced that era. The boys, we've let certain players go. The board have supported the coach and the manager Arteta with huge sums. So I think we should do better. We should take games to teams, create different questions to teams that they will not be able to answer. That that will help us to challenge Manchester City. If not, we should forget about it. They will run away with the title. So my last words to Chelsea fans, I want them to calm down. And I know they are used to winning titles. They are not like us. We've won titles, and when our time was not there, we were hurting, we were talking, we were disturbed. Even now, you can see we play good football. We cannot still win titles, but we are calm. I understand that they are used to winning titles there and there every
Yeah,
year,
we are used
but
to
there comes a
titles.
season. Oh yeah, there comes a season where you have to calm down, restructure your things, get different ammunitions, put make your gun ready, and when the time comes for you to shoot, you shoot. But this is not the time for Chelsea. I think they have to calm down, and then
Okay.
just relax.
Okay. All right.
And
Thank you
and
very
and
much.
one more thing to
Uh-huh.
my Arsenal fans, you know,
Uh,
please, or to all Arsenal fans watching me, I don't know if they are, but if they are, I know of the Chelsea boys watching and the United boys and that. But if there are any Arsenal fans out there watching us, they should just trust the process, believe in what the coach is doing, and stop, you know, bashing the coach anytime he makes a mistake or thereabout. Believe in him, let him stay at the club, do his own things, and trust me, we will surely see success at the end of the tunnel. We are looking forward to the Tuesday game, UEFA Champions League, back in it. Some people will be watching from home. So yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you
All
watch
right.
us and see what we can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch. I'll watch definitely. If I have the time, I'll watch. I don't miss Champions League games for nothing. All right.
Yeah,
So, guys, thank you very much for your time. And hey, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscription button, and we're going to see you next week again. So, without much.
bye.
Uh,